Right, we've got a quick short session. It's another cold Monday. It's loads of clouds, loads of mixed weather. We've got a bit of current bun hiding away over there, but it's generally pretty cold. So a couple of hours, even the ducks are hiding. The lake's looking alright, a bit really blowy though, really blowy in the middle of the lake, and calmer at the ends. That end looks really rough down the far end. This end looks a lot calmer. But yeah, we'll give it a go. We're on the bench side because that wind is right behind us. We need that shelter. We need that shelter on the back of the wind. Otherwise we're going to be freezing. It was absolutely hammering it down when I first got here. So we had a quick mad dash, get the shelter up, and now we've got the sun. So let's see how it goes. See if we can get a few on a cold Monday, near the end of November, coming into December. It's getting colder, it's getting harder, but we'll try. You've got to be on the bank. No one else is here, just me, the old dedicated one. You've got to be on the water, you've got to have your bait in the water to find out. Remember that. We've got the long pole with us. Got the 3 sections today. The old tough big round net head. Keep those carping. We've got the big mat with us today. Got a spare smaller net, but I probably won't use it. The old bucket of mix, magic mix. We got the ninjas. Got my old faithful 10-footers, feeder tips, with the old flatbed feeders. We'll show you those after. Got my pellets, got a bit of grab, I got my comfy seat. So let's chuck the rods out. We got our friend Mr. Cormorant. There he is, sat at the back, Mr. Cormorant, drying himself off. He hopefully won't. Hopefully he's not going to pester us. You got to watch. Keep an eye on him. So I'm going to chuck it to the islands on the end of that spot, and then we're going to chuck it onto that island. See how it goes. That's the plan to start with. So let's get the rods out. Let's get that first rod. We'll get my fresh pellets. I've got them hiding at the moment under the bivvy, just in case, because that rain is hanging around. We'll get our pellet. I'm using the old rubber bands again. So hopefully you'll see that. I'll have a rubber band with the pellet on and the feeder. It's so windy today though. We'll just get our mix. We'll chuck a bit on the base, get that base covered, put the pellet on top of it, and then we'll just hand mould a nice chunk around. Big old lump. Get that bucket out of the way. We got a lovely big mould. Big pocket of smell and food items. We'll just string that out to that point. As long as you're roughly in a metre square of it, this time of the year, I'd say you're all right. You're never going to always get bang on unless you're clipping up. We'll sink that line Get that drag a bit looser. Tighten up a bit. And we'll get that rod down. Won't fully tighten yet. Just leave it fairly tight, but because I'm chucking this one straight out. I'll leave it fairly tight until this one's casted out and settled. So I've got enough tightness on there that if I get a run, I'm going to know about it. These carp are pretty aggressive even in the winter. So again, we'll just chuck a nice bed over the mould. Get a nice big handful all around it. Big old handful. Pocket smell. And that was bang on, that one. Quite tricky when it's gusting like this. It's not too far a distance, but even so, when you've got that gusting wind, as strong as it is today, that feeder could go anywhere. So we'll get that one in the rest. We'll get some, we'll tighten that one up. And then we can tighten this one up. So that one looks good. Just get that one up tight. And we've got to loosen off a bit. In case I'm looking the other way. I like a bit of, especially with it being gusty, I like a really decent bend on those tips. Usually, even though you've got the straighter line, and a good, nice, decent curve. So it's like a semi-curve on it. You'll be able to tell. You're not really going to get too many fiddly bites. Generally, with the flatbed, you can fish a bit of a loose line. They'll hook themselves. So I've got a nice tight line running over there, a nice tight line running over there. The flatbed, they'll hook themselves. The weight of the feeder on the deck, they come down overhead. They'll feed down onto that pellet. And the weight of the feeder sat down on the deck. We'll pull that hooking, so it'll be that resistance, that extra weight. As they lift their head back up with the pellet in the mouth, that weight of the feeder will kick in and just pull that hook in. And we've got a fish already. Oh, it could be one of those days, short session, and goes a bit crazy. At the end of that, as soon as I casted out that left-hand rod, it was seconds. You heard me right at the end there going, and we've got one already. Can be as quick as that when they're on the munch. That cast was right on the end of the island. This one's got standard common again, very long, but he's got a few old marks on him. Bit of a warrior. Very long and lean one. Mouth's clean. Nice colours. He's got a few wounds near his tail there, where he's maybe been grabbed. Big old tail though. A few wounds on the top, and just on the side there, That could have been even a grab from a cormorant. Even a fish of this size, they'll have a go at, and they'll at least try and grab it and create those little wounds. It can be quite slow healing as long as you don't get infected. But yeah, very quick one. I'm going to have soggy knees today, kneeling on this mud a lot, I reckon. We've had a run in the sun while it's dry, so let's have a look at him. Lovely standard common again, very angry, really fat, really good shape again. Lovely oranges on him, nice sort of standard common as I call them. Nice clean mouth, really plump again, feeding well. No scarring on him, no marks. Scales look perfect. He's a real fatty, this one. Big old tail, so he could be a much bigger fish. But he's definitely got a gut on him. See if we can get some more. I'd get wet knees. Exactly the same as the other one. Cast it out. The left hand rod was the second rod to go in, and I got it caught on the bush, plopped it in by the island, put it down in the rest, and woof, off it went. Must be a few fish around there. Again, it's all the standard commons today. This one's very lively, very long. There he is, really long again, like a torpedo. Big old mouth on him. Could be a much bigger fish. Just really slim. Big old mouth. Yeah, really long, powerful, big old tail, you see. Right, we've got another one. This one has been through the wars a bit. He's smaller, and he's got very unusual markings on him. Seems to have like bumps and lumps on his fins, and the edge of his fins look a little bit marked as well. His mouth looks all right. And on the other side, he's got quite a bad mark. Unfortunately, that's probably a cormorant grab. But he's a bit of an orangey ghosty on him. You can see there his fins, and he's got unusual dots all over his tail. His top of his dorsal is a bit marked. I think this one's been grabbed by, unfortunately, been grabbed by the cormorants. So we won't spend too much time with this one. You see there on the back, it looks like it's healing slightly, but still fairly fresh. And that's probably a cormorant that's grabbed him from above. You know, this is a slightly smaller fish, so he'll think he's got a chance with this one. If you get a big cormorant on him, they can even toss these onto the bank sometimes if they grab them in the right way. But yeah, unfortunately, that one's definitely a cormorant grab, I'd say. Quite a deep one. We'll slip him back straight away, I think. Since that last one, I had another run again on the same rod. It just took me round to the side, put a bit too much pressure on it, and the hook slipped up, unfortunately. But you can't win them all. But we just had another one. Now this, to me, is the most colourful one in here and the best looking one in the lake at the moment. He's still in really good shape, really clean. Mouth's nice and clean, no marks on him. Luckily the birds haven't got this one because he does stand out a bit. We just had that sun out a minute ago, and I was hoping the sun would just pop out again to show him off properly. But we'll work with what we got. Have a look at this for colour. Look at that. Look at that orange. The brightness on the face, the oranges, the yellows. The orange runs through the body, every fin has got the orange and the blacks and the yellows. The belly's golden. Big old tail. It doesn't look like he's put on any weight, because we had this a couple of weeks ago. Well, no, a couple of months ago we had him. And he's still looking healthy. It's lovely if that sun came out on us now. There's the other side of him. Look at that. Look at the colours on him. Like a goldfish. Like something you'd have in your pond. Wouldn't mind having this in the pond at home. Gorgeous thing. The colours there just on the head and the body. Amazing looking thing. Definitely the best looker in the lake. And there he is. He's in the mat. The lovely colourful wonder. Just sat there chilling. I've got him in the mat for a while just to make sure, because he was a bit feisty, this one. Look at that, the colours. Even in the shade, he still looks bright. But he's just relaxing in my mat now. Make sure this one goes back really well. Well, we have got the last of the light. Just hiding, going down behind those trees. So we're losing it fast now. You're always saying when you get close to 4 o'clock. But we've had a few fish. The rain's mainly held off, thankfully. Allowed the stuff to dry a bit from earlier on. We've had a few fish. We've had some colourful ones. And yeah, back to work. Back to work for a few days. Get all that packed up. And see what December brings. So, see you on the next one. Toodaloo.